Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin with today's news headlines. Thousands got a peek at our 75% solar eclipse yesterday afternoon. Schools were closed and libraries offered free eclipse glasses, and a number of businesses had watch parties that ran a lot longer than our 3 minutes or so with slightly dim skies. We'll get a lot closer to a total eclipse a couple of times in the next few years or so. Well, a 93% eclipse is expected in August of 2045, and a 96% eclipse is forecast for March 30th, 2052. 36-year-old Joshua Jamal Frazier of Ridgeland has been arrested in that hit and run that killed a low-country tow truck operator just after Christmas. P.K. Albertson was helping a disabled motorist on the frontage road of I-95 when he was hit by a Chevy Trailblazer, and Frazier has been charged with fleeing the scene of a fatal hit and run. Now, the 39-year-old Albertson was buried with full military honors at Buford Memorial Cemetery for his 12 years of service in the Marines. Well, if it feels like there have been a few more tourists than normal this spring, well, you're right. Maybe up 5% more than a year ago, according to the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. 2023 was considered a flat year from the COVID rush we have felt since 2020. Visitors are also spending more money per capita, which makes everyone in the tourist industry happy. Well, just off the Sands Beach shore in Port Royal, 31-year-old Matthew Dale of Belmont, North Carolina, caught what he thinks was an over 80-pound drum in the shallow waters there that he thinks was between 54 and 56 inches long. Now, we don't know for sure because although he did take pictures of his catch, he released the monster before measuring or weighing it. He says he fought the fish for about 20 minutes. Now, the state record drum is 89 pounds, also caught in Port Royal waters. And the Census Bureau says Jasper County was the fastest growing county in the state in 2023, adding over 1,500 new residents, nearly 5% growth in a single year, and now has nearly 34,000 residents. This year, Beaufort County will count its 200,000th resident, though the county's growth rate is only about 1.5% a year. And finally, our neighbors in Greenville are taking an innovative approach to landscaping its many parks. Goats. 5 herds of goats have been brought in to eat up 5 acres of weeds and other unwanted foliage. It's called ecological clearing and has proven to work quite well. The goats sterilize the seeds of the plants they eat, and what they leave behind doesn't smell but makes high-quality fertilizer with very little methane and no other air pollution or even much more. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on the screen, and remember to follow us on Facebook and check us out on YouTube and our website at WHHI-TV.com. And you can email us at news@WHHI-TV.com if you have a news tip or a story idea. And now let's check in with Justin Jarrett and sports. Justin?
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Lowco on WHHI, powered by LowcoSports.com. Hilton Head Christian Academy's baseball team flexed its muscle early and routed John Paul II 17-1 on the road, setting up a pivotal rubber match with rival Hilton Head Prep later this week. Team Lowco's Max Arraj was on hand to see the Eagles put up 9 runs in the first inning and roll to a big win as Zane Wilson and Walker Mikkelson combined on a 2-hitter with 8 strikeouts over 5 innings. Cody Bradt, Steele Burd, and Roman Colella each had 2 hits and 3 RBIs for HHCA, and Keene, Reese, and Tucker Tevepaugh each had multiple hits and drove in runs. The Eagles get the Dolphins at home Wednesday night with the region title and a more favorable playoff seed on the line. Elsewhere on the diamond last night, Lucy Beckham broke out for 8 runs in the 3rd inning to rally past Bluffton for an 11-4 win, and James Island's Colin Anderson tossed a no-hitter with 11 strikeouts to blank Hilton Head 5-0. Stella Schubert threw a complete game, and Brooke Crosby had 2 hits and 2 RBIs to lead Battery Creek softball to a 5-3 win over West Ashley at home, and Colleton Prep softball stayed unbeaten with a 17-0 rout of Northwood Academy. Beaufort High's girls soccer team moved a step closer to wrapping up a region title with a 7-0 rout of Hanahan, behind 4 goals from Selena Duncan, while Battery Creek's girls blanked Whale Branch by the same 7-0 score, and JP2 split with Coastal Homeschool. Nice 4-1 win for the boys. Hilton Head boys lacrosse put on an offensive display in a 20-5 win at Beaufort. Brady Saba had 7 goals and 3 assists, and Jacob Martin added 6 goals and a helper for the Seahawks. For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.
Thank you for that update, Justin. And now let's check in with Maria on our weather forecast. Maria.
Thanks, Robyn. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we're going to have plenty of beautiful warmer weather throughout the rest of this week, but then we are going to see a day where we have some thunderstorms rolling through the area. So taking a look at Wednesday, however, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy, with Hilton Head having a high of 74, low of 64, Bluffton's have a high of 76, a low of 63, and Beaufort's have a high of 76 and a low of 64. The sunrise for Wednesday is going to be at 6:59 and sunset's going to be at 7:49. Looking at the tides, high tide's going to be 11:18 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 6:20 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, a little bit into the weekend. Thursday, we're going to see scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. This can bring flash floods, so if you're going to be out on the road, do be careful. Highs are going to be in the 70s, lows in the 60s. Then come Friday, it's going to be sunny with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. And Saturday, it's going to be sunny again with the highs getting up into the upper 70s, lows in the 50s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
Coming up after the break, we'll hear from Carlton Dallas, our business ambassador. Stay tuned.